Hello everyone, Vegas Vic 1965. I'm here with
Noah.
Noah. This is episode 3, and if you look around, you'll see that we've done quite a bit. But in this week's episode, it looks like we are going to tackle some of the crops that we're going to need. We're also going to get some professions. As you can see, a smoker down at my feet, and we'll see how far we get along this week. But anyway,
Let's find out.
okay, welcome back, Vegas Vic 1965, along with Noah. He's hanging out by the bell. Now, I wish I could. I don't want to cheat because I'd like to show you what we've done. We've done a lot with this so far. This was an addition that was not here before. We cleaned out all of the grass, and we kind of dug out some channels here. And I'm going to give Noah this bucket to show any of our newcomers that you don't have to run back and forth to fill a channel for your food. Now, your crops. Now, your crops, most of the crops are going to, you can use a water source, and up to 4 blocks away, that the water source will allow your crops to grow. It'll saturate 4 blocks away. So if you're looking at this, you'll say to yourself, well, there's nothing here in the middle. Well, what I'm counting on is this one here will saturate the ground over here for those 4. It'll also go 4 this way, and these, ooh, buddy, a new farmer, and this water source will saturate these 4 blocks this way. So that'll free up some space for us to put crops down. And then, of course, these 4 right here, I think that Noah and I, if we find some melons and pumpkins, we'll probably plant those because they need a water source on both sides. Maybe we'll do some wheat on this side over here. But this little place over here that Noah's jumping in and out of, these are called composters, and most of you probably know what they are by now. The workstations for the farmer. Whoop. Now, I built a little house for them, but they're not sleeping in those beds that we put in there. They've already taken up residence at a couple other places, but they do come back to their workstation. So what we're trying to do is make a little village here. Now, later on, we are probably going to set this up for an iron farm, and we'll have these guys upstairs once we get what we need, and perhaps breed a few. We'll leave a few down here, but we definitely don't want any zombie sieges down here, and in the future we want to try and get a raid through here, and the last thing we want is our villagers unprotected. So anyway, this week, like we talked about, we're going to get some crops done. If we go over here, Noah, to this chest, see if you can't find out inside the chest. There was 5 potatoes that we found within one of the chests in one of the villager huts. The carrot, though, there was no carrots. So we got the 1 carrot that we have by killing a zombie, because zombies will drop a potato or a carrot or even an iron bar along with their rotten flesh.
And
These wheat seeds that we got. What's that, buddy?
also an iron sword, if they're holding an iron sword.
Yeah, if they're holding a tool, there's a chance that it'll drop. But that chance is probably, I believe the chance is 8.5% chance that they'll actually drop that. Unless it's in their offhand. If it's in their offhand, they will always drop it.
And it's rare to even find one with one.
Yeah, they're carrying shovels and all kinds of things. So I went ahead and made some stone tools. We're not rich enough to have the great stuff just yet, as you guys know. This is only episode 3. The wheat seeds we got just by clearing out the grass. So we accumulated this many. I think we might have missed a couple more. But if Noah would like to get started setting out the water pathway, I didn't want to do them all. I wanted you guys to see a way of doing this without having to run back to your water source each and every time. So go ahead, Noah. I'm going to set some water down there. Now, obviously, the first water source, you're going to need to get at least 1 more. And you can set that next water source here if you're looking at my screen. Then you can come back to this one and draw water out of it and continue on down the way like he's done. Just don't grab the water sources that are on the end, only the ones in the middle. And then you can just keep going like what he's doing here, is grabbing stuff out of the middle. Yep, almost set it in the right spot. But you can actually go, you can see where the water starts to dip down here. You can actually set it up right in there, and it'll go over 2 each time.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, you don't want to grab any water sources down here, otherwise you'll have to replace that, because only the center one. So you can actually make an infinite water source with just 3 blocks removed, and you drop water on one side and water on the other side. That's again for our new players. There's a lot of new players out. Minecraft is the #1 selling game now, if you don't already know. It is awesome, and it's played by not just kids, but also adults like myself. And we have a lot of fun playing it and building stuff. So I built this shack. While Noah's doing that, I built this little shack for these guys. It's nothing fancy, but it's from the materials that we actually could get. I just used birch and some oak. Nothing special. I had to go through a few of my, the axes. These stone axes, and once we start getting a supply of decent iron, we have some iron over there in the chest over there, but not enough yet just to waste it, and we made ourselves some iron armor. So now what we need to do is, Noah, what do you think? Why don't you grab a hoe and I'll grab a hoe, and I'm wondering where we should put the wheat, the carrots, and potatoes. Oh, you know what? Over here, I know we had killed those skeletons from last week, but while we were doing this, we also killed more, so I saved all those bones. So we do have some bones. Now, with bones you can make bone meal. And the bone meal is a way of getting the crops to grow faster. By placing that in your crafting grid, there you go. We got a whole bunch of bone meal. Now, I'll start out by taking the carrot. And Noah might want to take here. I'll give Noah some bone meal too. You may want to get the potatoes going. So, I say we do carrots and potatoes here in the middle. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. You got the potatoes?
Oh, I'll get that.
Yeah, I've got the potatoes. Now, once you till the land, you don't have to worry about anything spawning on that tilled land. However, you are going to need a light source, and what we are going to probably do is, I think I've got some stairs. But before I do that, let me go grab the stairs. Because now in 1.14, I think it maybe even as a 1.13, yeah, it was. As a 1.13, let me grab us some of these. Dwindling, let's go out to our tree farm again. I like to use stairs on these. You can use slabs too. Just a moment, make enough of these for Noah and I. I've got some. We'll see how it goes. I'm starting to lag a little bit. I don't know where you went. You disappeared on me, buddy. I see you. Okay. Let me give him some stairs, too. There's 32, and half for what I had. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up the stairs and put them at an angle like this, and the water will still, as you can see, it waterlogs that stair block, so you can still use it to till land around it, and you'll see momentarily that the ground will then become saturated, and this tilled land will be.
Should I put it down? Should I put it down?
The stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. You can come right behind me and do that. You can see here that it does work having the stairs, and you can set your torches back up on there again, and that's probably what we're going to do. Oops, you got to go backwards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and take this carrot that we have, and I'm going to plant it right here. Now, normally it would take a little while for that to grow, but we're going to help it along like that. Now, if you had a fortune, and let me show you something. Let me back up just a few moments if I can find these guys. I don't know where they went. Maybe they're in here. The farmers disappeared on me. We'll find them. Keep going, buddy. Maybe one's in here.
Do I skip the torches?
Yeah, you can spread those torches out like I have them. I saw a librarian. I didn't know we had a.
I'm just gonna. I didn't farm the torches placed.
Now, if you notice here, this farmer here has he'll take 22 carrots for 1 emerald. Now, what I try to find, here's the other one. This is what I try to find, and I'll explain why. I will break their workstation, and I'm going to show you here in just a little bit, because we're going to do it together so you can see. But what I really want is these potatoes and carrot trades for the first ones. And the reason I want that is because I'm eventually going to get a fortune pickaxe. And I'll harvest the carrots and potatoes with a fortune pickaxe. And by doing that, you're going to get a lot more carrots and a lot more potatoes. It doesn't work that way for beetroot or for wheat. You're only going to get more seeds. and it doesn't work on a variety of other things as well. But the fortune pickaxe or fortune axe, I would not suggest using a fortune shovel, because while you're harvesting, whoa, what happened here? There's all carrots, right?
Oh, yeah. I planted, then put some bone meal, then I put some more bone meal, and then I got enough for all of this.
Good job, buddy. I'm going to do that too, because I want these people to see what's going on here. We got that. We'll harvest this. See, we got 3 carrots out of it. I'll till this land, and I'll plant the carrots again. And we can do the same thing. And if you notice, real quickly, you start to get yourself a decent-sized farm going. And we will go 4 out this way. That will reach 4 out. Eventually, it'll become saturated farmland.
And then we do this again?
Yeah, you can even do that again. But without it, if you don't have land that's saturated with water or water source nearby, within 4 blocks, then those crops will actually, and also if there's not enough light, those crops will pop out of the ground and it won't work. Now, the only other farmland or crops that will actually be able to run on their own is wheat. They really don't need pumpkins or melons. They don't need to have a water source nearby. But having a water source nearby, what are we digging, buddy?
Oh, the water.
Oh no, we don't need it.
Oh.
You go ahead and put that back.
Okay.
Because I got water source. He's thinking we need another water source there, but we have a water source under the stairs that you put down. That's going to go out 4 blocks. And on the other side of the other water source, it's going to go to the left 4 blocks. So that whole area will be saturated just like you see here. If you plant here, why don't you put your potato down? We'll show them what we mean. There you go. I use some bone meal on it. It's good to go.
Oh, I think this is carrot.
Yeah, put that carrot back in there though.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we're doing 4 carrots here and 4 potatoes over here.
Should I plant some carrots over here?
This is all going to be carrots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of carrots all the way up and down. Okay. And over here is going to be 4 blocks of potatoes. Now, you only have 5, but in a second here, we're going to have more because I use bone meal. So we got 3.
Should I keep going?
Yeah, you can till that whole farmland if you want. Now, for some reason, what happened here? You must have jumped. You got to be careful not to jump, buddy.
Oh, I think I placed that down.
Oh, the dirt. That's right, because you were digging it out. Okay. Yeah, and in some versions, I know on AdStar, a server that we play on, they have a plug-in to where...
oh, skeleton! Skeleton.
Uh-oh. Do you have a sword?
Yeah.
He's got a skelly after him. Oh, I see the skeletons on the outside. Now, I was getting back to what I was saying. AdStar has a plug-in to where you don't have to worry about ruining the crops by jumping up and down on them. But on normal game, if you jump up and down on farmland like you'll see here, then it will eventually, it'll go back to untilled soil. So be careful if you're doing this and you see that happen. That's probably why. So you'll see I have the farmers' workstations, the composter, over here out of the way. I don't want them to have anything to climb on and then drop down and ruin the dirt. As you can see, it's starting to change. And you can do that with all of these. And the same thing on the other side. But this one here, since it's too wide, I'll be planting probably melons here and pumpkins here, and they'll all grow towards the middle. But we do got to put some light sources in here, or we're going to get some company. That's one thing I wanted to do, is go over that with you guys this week. You can hold this down and go all the way across. But the one thing I wanted to go over with you was distances that I have mentioned in the past in some of my videos. Wherever you are, hostile mobs cannot spawn within 24 blocks of you. So if you're in a little dark patch like this, no hostile mobs will spawn within 24 blocks. But beyond that, they will. So now that we have this land tilled, most of it anyway. Oops, I see you left the torch over here. You just need to make sure that the surrounding areas have enough decent light. Now what I'll probably do is I'm going to go over here, since that middle one is not going to have much light, and I'll set up a cobble light source above that, because if I might have mentioned earlier that the crops also do need light. Without the light, then they will pop right out of the ground, and that light level is 7 or below, and they'll pop back out of the ground. So you got to make sure that you have adequate light sources. So I'll just pick one of these. I'm going to start here. I'll make sure I jump if I'm jumping over here. There we go. And I think I'm just going to run the whole way, make it easy on myself. There we go. What you got, buddy?
Can I get some more bone meal?
Ah, yeah, here you go. I think I might have another. Yeah, here's another stack here. And here are some more stairs.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay.
While Noah's busy working, we're going to set up the light sources over here because pretty soon they're going to start popping out if we don't take care of this. So I like to do every fourth one. So we'll take out these 3 blocks here. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll start setting up torches here. And I'm going to lose that one if I don't. Otherwise, you know what? I can probably jump up here and just retill that. Let's see if I can get to it. Oh, I got lucky. Did I get it? I got it. Awesome. All right, so let's continue with our light sources. How's it coming over there, Noah?
Good.
Good. Now, before, I used to make these like this all the time. But now that we're able to use waterlogged blocks, like these stairs, you can set your light sources right on top of there, which makes it a lot more convenient. And we'll get rid of these. And then we'll run right on down there and start throwing in light sources. And you might notice it's brightening stuff up.
Should I tell the grass that right here?
Yeah, that's a good idea. And don't forget we need to put stairs in there too. Did I give you those stairs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right here? Right here in the water?
Yeah, just like we did on the other side. There you go.
Should I do it this side?
Either way, doesn't matter. Whichever way you like to do. There you go. And I'll come in behind you and put some light sources so the crops on this side won't pop back out. Well, I think it's too far, huh? 1, 2, 3. I like to do 4, so that I should start there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should take care of the light for the middle, so the crops won't pop out.
What should I do on this one?
On which one, buddy? Let's see what you
This
got.
one? Here. Oh, the potatoes?
Well, potatoes are 4 out, so let's count together, shall we? Take a look. Where you at? So we want potatoes. You see where I'm looking? Right here? Over here where I am?
Yeah.
We want potatoes on these 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all going to be potatoes over there.
Oh,
All
okay.
these. And these over here are going to be all carrots. 4 rows of carrots. Cool? Oh, we got to add some more light over here, buddy. Looks like the sun's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as of 1.13, they added in phantoms, so you definitely want to make sure that you get some sleep at least every 3 days, or they will bother you. So whether you are new to the game or haven't played in a while, that's a new phantom that was voted on last year, and the phantom comes out when somebody goes 3 days without rest, without sleep. Now, that rest can mean as simple as laying down in your bed and waiting till the screen gets dark and you're good. Or you can just sleep the whole night. It's up to you. But if you're playing on a single player world, when you lay down and there's no one else there, like on a land world like I am here with Noah, and you lay down, it'll turn to day shift anyway. We'll save these, Noah, this center one, for the pumpkins and melons. We're going to eventually have to go out and find some. But, oh, the weather.
Should we wait until these are good, so then we can harvest them and replant?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I don't want to waste all the bone meal. We might find something else we need the bone meal for.
Oh, I actually have more bone meal. I didn't even realize I had more in my inventory.
Oh, you know what we should be doing is we need to plant some, wheat. So why don't we do the wheat over here? What do you say?
Okay.
I'll make some space for you. Oh, he's harvesting and growing. We're doing good. Off of 1 carrot and just 4 potatoes. So We definitely need those bones. Definitely need those bones. And hopefully with any luck we might find a, there's my farmer. He's checking on our progress. Yes, sir, we're right back to work, sir. Hopefully we'll find ourselves a skeleton spawner which provides all the bones we need. But, oh, my tool broke. But if we don't, this little block here can come in handy too, because with the composter you could set it up where you could have a hopper going into the top, a hopper coming in out of the bottom, and have chests on either end. And you could set yourself up with what the composter actually does, and that's like excess seeds, excess, all kinds of excess things you don't need. You can put in the composter and have it going automatically by putting in that chest. The chest then dumps into the hopper then dumps into the composter here, and then you'll get bone meal that will come out the bottom if you set it up that way. So if we don't find one, we'll definitely have to go that route.
What is this villager doing?
He's a farmer. Oh no, that's a cleric.
Oh yeah. But
Let's see.
Isn't it a priest?
Yep. Sure is. He will be able to sell us some glowstone. If we're lucky, he'll sell 3 for 1 emerald.
He was actually spinning around like crazy.
He's the good one. We have another farmer now. If you notice here, they are novices and they have not been traded with yet. So if I decided I didn't like this, I could break his composter. Like, let's see, like his. I don't like his. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to 50-50 guess. Let's see. I think I got the right one, guys. Let's check. Yes, I did. Okay, he had, what do you have? Potatoes or carrots, one of those two, and then he had bread for sale. So I really didn't like that. Since he's still here in the area, it used to be where we needed to get him right on top of it. Now, see that? He changed back into him again. So this happens, I mentioned on a couple of my videos that I've done on tutorials. It happens between the game ticks of 2,000 ticks and 9,000 ticks. It's basically daytime. So if you've got a villager that you have, see, like this one here, I don't like this trade of wheat because I can't use a fortune pick later on. So what I'm looking for is carrots and potatoes. That's what I like. You can pick whatever you want. Beets and wheat if you want, but I don't like that one. So I want to break that. He's now unemployed again because I have not traded with him. Oh, he already picked it up. Let's see what he got. Beets. I don't want that one either because you can't use a fortune pick on that. He's unemployed again. Let's put this down and see what he gives us this time. Which is which? Oh, I think we got lucky. 26 and 22, and he has good. So really important. Noah, let's not break these composters. Leave them just like they are, okay?
Okay.
So what we can do now, if we had enough bone meal or if we had enough crops, is we could trade with these guys and lock them in. I'm not too concerned about it right now. Why? Because if for some reason they swap things out, we can always break those workstations again when we're ready and we have the carrots and potatoes to trade, and then we can lock their trade. Just like the other ones we're going to do, but the best ones to do this with, I would say in my opinion, are going to be your farmers and your librarians, because the librarians actually will give you a book trade in their first 2 trades. And it's the same way. You set a lectern right near where the villager's at, the unemployed villager. You drop it down, and you look at his trades when he changes. And if you notice that he's selling bookshelves and he buys paper, then you can break that lectern, then set it back down, and see if this time he trades you one of the enchanting books that you could use. And you can cycle through as many times as you want until nighttime hits 9,000 ticks. And you'll notice that when they stop changing back to unemployed. At that point, just stop and wait till morning, because there's nothing you can do. And then remove the workstation if you didn't want it. And then by morning, you'll know when it hits 2,000 ticks, because he will become unemployed again. Go ahead, buddy. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say there was a cat around here.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, you're going to get cats when this village, the larger this village gets. We have not fed these guys yet. Luckily, we've been able to save them. So what was the next thing we were going to talk about? I think we went over the crops, and we went over workstations. Like, I know over here, if I'm not mistaken, what does he got? See, he's a novice, and he trades chicken, raw chicken, and also raw rabbit. Well, raw rabbit's not that easy to come by, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to break this block. Whoops. Nope. Try that one.
Just don't let the cat go in.
Now you notice he's unemployed. So I'll place this back down. He should pick back up on it again, or somebody will. There he goes. He picked back up on this smoker, which is his workstation. Let's see what he offers this time. Ugh, rabbit. Those are hard to come by. I like the chicken, and we'll see what else he's got. So again, we break that. He goes back to unemployed. Drop a workstation. He changed his back into a butcher again. You know, this is a good trade here. I like the rabbit stew one, but I like the chicken one. So what I'm looking for is chicken and rabbit stew, because that helps you level him faster. But since we didn't like that, and there he is over there. I see another cat over there, Noah. And he's gone. I guess I could have partitioned him off and left him in this one spot. Sounds like you're getting tired, buddy, huh? About 20 minutes into it. I don't know if any of these guys could actually pick up that profession block. But it's not that important because it's actually getting dark is what I see. So I think it's time for us to hit the hay. What do you think?
Yeah.
I got my bed.
Oh, this was actually the usual bed I was going to use, but you were using
I got it. I got it first. So far today, which has been really good, is the folks out here will see that we were able to get our crop started, how to do it. Also, they saw a little action on changing the professions if we needed to. Gotta wait for that butcher to come back and see. I see an armor smith over here too.
Oh, you're pretty hungry.
I can see, yeah. There's an armor smith. We're definitely going to use him because he will have all the diamond gear that we need. Definitely. Don't even have to go mining anymore, no? Isn't that trippy?
Yeah.
I don't know where our butcher is, but I can see these guys busy over there. Stuff's growing. We're doing good. Here comes maybe our butcher. Oh, that's a mason over there. The mason's got great quartz blocks, terracotta blocks. We got, oh no, over here.
Where?
You didn't get a chance to see me do this the other day. Do you see where I am?
No.
I think you're in the front. Come down, head towards the bell.
Yeah.
Stop and make a little right. Whoop. Turn around. There you go. You see me? Wave. I started a mine over here. I got tired, so I came in. And if you notice, carpets are a great way. You can use fence gates, but a lot of times the villagers may follow you through those fence gates. But by having a carpet, you can jump up and down to get through. They cannot, though. Unless it's a raid, so be careful. Using these carpets during a raid, the villagers can actually bounce each other out of there. But over here, I started, you can see our tree farm. I think your bed's still up in that tree over on the other side now.
Yeah, oh. I didn't realize I would be still there. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Down here, we've got a, make sure we don't have any visitors. I lit this place up earlier, but I was mining down here earlier and got some ore and stuff like that. But I left some so these guys could see. So we'll probably do some mining in here. We'll have to come up with some lava for some projects. And one of the things I wanted to mention, if you are watching our videos, hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you have some ideas you'd like to see. I know we had one last week that asked about a castle build. We're going to do it. And I think one of the things that Noah and I are going to do is we're going to make, when we are able to get more supplies, is we will start making armor stands. And those of you guys that are contributing and watching our videos and letting us know how we're doing, any ideas that we have, or just overall saying hi. If you're an avid watcher of our videos, we're going to set up armor stands, put some armor on them, and label them with your name on it, so you will be in our videos. Anyway, that's the start of the mine anyway, so there's some stuff down there, Noah, when we need more. Getting back over here, we're getting pretty close to wrapping it up. I want to show these guys what we needed to do with the farms. I'm heading back over to the farms. Let's have some bread. Luckily, you know, if you find a village, you can find some of the materials that you need to at least get you started. That's why I always, first thing I do is I get myself at least enough food, and I go out looking for a village. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you veterans do the same thing. You want to find a village, kind of take it over. I don't like to call it taking it over because there were no farmers here before. But we want to at least partition it all off to make sure these guys are safe. And you see, I spent a lot of time. And it's not all coal that I mined, because these torches can also be made with charcoal. And how you make charcoal is by chopping down trees and using those logs to burn in the top slot, and then using another fuel source, either coal or like what we used was logs, or planks, excuse me. I'll show you here in a second. Oh, he picked up. Let's see what he's got first. We'll go there in a second. That's what we wanted right there. Perfect. You see that, buddy?
Let me see. Oh.
He's got chicken, and he's got the rabbit stew. Rabbit stew restores 4 health points.
That's as good as steak.
Yeah, it's really good. Here's where our, we got another iron goal. I think we got 2 now. But what we're using is oak planks right now until we get enough charcoal or coal. If I was on SkyGrid or if I was on Skyblock, I'd definitely be going that route. But this is early game, and we haven't got a huge reservoir of coal. So we definitely don't want to break that block right now. Anyway, we got pretty far today. As you can see off camera, we spent a lot of time cleaning things up, lighting things up, so these guys would feel safe. We even made a little hut off there for the farmers, and you can see the farmers are hopefully will accept their beds that are inside there and not go too far. But you witnessed the way to change the trades of one of your villagers. Not all of them are really gonna help you, because when it comes to the armor smiths and the toolsmiths, you're only going to see the very first 2 slots on any of these villager trades. So not all of them are going to show you the goods, the really good stuff. That won't happen until later on. But at least for like a butcher, where you can hopefully, we're hoping to get chicken or steak later on, not pork, because you do not want to eat pork in the nether, believe me. But if he trades us, usually it's like 8 chicken for 1 emerald. And by just trading off with the farmers over there, we can make tons of emeralds. But we're eventually going to probably move these guys upstairs into an iron farm, and then ultimately that will lead into a raid farm. So you guys will witness it happen. We may do some fast forwarding through a lot of this stuff because it will be pretty boring. But at least to start out, I wanted you to get the concept on what we're doing here. So Noah, I think we've pretty much covered everything we needed to cover today. If you like our videos, don't forget to click the like button. If you would like to subscribe for future videos, feel free to subscribe. We make videos every Wednesday evening, and they're usually edited and out by early Thursday morning, U.S. Pacific time. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
You didn't say a whole lot this time. You were pretty quiet. I guess Daddy was too noisy. I just kept talking, didn't I? I wanted to get all that stuff out for these guys because they may have questions, especially if they're new players. And it's always good to see it happen the way it's supposed to happen, because a lot of the videos that you see out there are just huge, big projects. And you're like, I'm never going to get there. I got to find out. You always got to start at the beginning, right?
And there's a mods.
Oh my gosh, there's mods, all kinds of things. This is vanilla. This is vanilla. And we actually love it. So it's great for a start. So anyway, Noah, do you have anything that you want to mention on here that we might have forgotten?
No, not really.
Got it all covered? You did a good job on those crops today. We got ourselves a decent butcher, 2 decent farmers. I think that's a pretty good start. We might, I think off camera, we might do a little bit more work, not much, but at least to get some things happening. I think you know how to harvest the crops, but we'll probably do a little next week. You saw a little of that now, because we definitely want to start getting some librarians to get some good stuff. And I noticed the villagers have come up to the bell where we're hanging out to call it a day too. Alright guys, well, I can't think of anything else. I think we got everything covered for this week. Next week I may do a tutorial, or I may come back, Noah and I may come back and do this. But hit us up in the comments below let us know. Say hey if you have any ideas you'd like to see. We are going to probably do a castle around this. If you've got some other good ideas, let us know. Say hi, and we'll as soon as we get a little more equipped, we'll start getting those armor stands up for everybody. All right, where are you? There you are. Say bye, Noah.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.